So guys, a transfer on Nnamdi Kanu has been concluded, and you won't believe that Tinubu and Omotosho are on the forefront of this very transfer. Nnamdi Kanu has just been transferred to Sokoto. He has been transferred to a jail in Sokoto. And you can imagine that their plan was to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu suffers. The judgment was being written out even before the judgment dates. And from what Omotosho was reading, it is clear, even to the blind, that Omotosho did not execute that judgment himself. He brought the judgment from wherever he knows and came and executed judgment on Nnamdi Kanu. In this session, there are 3 video clips I have here for you guys to watch. 3 video clips. The first is an update from Nnamdi Kanu's legal team. And the 2 other videos will follow concurrently. And after the 2 other videos that will follow concurrently, I'll be bringing you the legal standings that will back Nnamdi Kanu against Justice James Omotosho, because Omotosho has beaten more than he can chew by sentencing Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment when Nnamdi Kanu was innocent, when Nnamdi Kanu had no case to answer.
Okay. Good day, everybody, all lovers of freedom. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am one of the lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu. I'm here with my colleagues, Maxwell Opara, PhD, and Ijoma Ifedinobi, Esquire. We just came out from visiting the State Security Service department of the FCT, and we have been informed by the Director of Operations that Nnamdi Kanu is no longer in their custody. He has been moved to a safe correctional facility in Sokoto State. So right now, Nnamdi Kanu is now in Sokoto State, and our challenge anyway in this is that most of the documents he's supposed to file in Abuja Court of Appeal, he may not be able to file it anymore because he needed to file processes at the Court of Appeal to challenge the judgment that was delivered yesterday by the Federal High Court Judge, Honorable Justice James Omotosho. And moving him to Sokoto is now going to act as an impediment to his filing those appeal processes. But in any case, we are guaranteed and assured that where he is in Sokoto is safe for him at the moment. And we are hoping and praying that he could be relocated back here in Abuja, where we believe is safer for him and much better for him to pursue his appeal. Thank you very much.
By the special guest of God, the appeal will be ready for filing by next week. So that is the position. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is an injustice to all, and those who clap for injustice, by the special grace of God, you will one day have a taste of it. Terrorists and bandits are going up and down, doing all sorts of havoc in northern Nigeria, in eastern Nigeria, in western Nigeria. Some weeks ago, they entered Kwara State and killed Christians inside the church. Anke Shesu, inside the church. Weeks ago, Anje KB, Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School Maga, and abducted 25 pupils and killed their principal. Where is Leah Sharibu today? Where is Leah Sharibu? Where is Leah Sharibu? Deborah was set ablaze in Sokoto. And to my greatest surprise, lawyers came out. Not that they were hidden, they came out openly to defend those Islamic extremists, the mobs that set her ablaze. What is the justice we are talking about here? Nnamdi Kanu is the least of our problems in this country. Is the least of our problems. Our brothers, our fathers are being sent, soldiers are being sent to die for nothing. You all saw the general that was killed. So where is the justice that we are talking about? Where is the justice? Nnamdi Kanu shine masalamu a Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu shine masalamu a Nigeria. Allah fa yana kallon mu. Allah yana kallon mu. God is watching. God is watching. Everyone that is seeing the injustice in this country, that is clapping hand for it, I pray for you this morning. You and your family will have a taste of injustice. You and your family will have a taste of injustice. Christians are being unalive every day in Benue, in Plateau, in Niger. Just name it. People are living in fear. Christians who are converting are living in fear. They are after their life. Everywhere is fear. Bandits are coming out to make live videos. A lot of Islamic scholars are coming out openly to have a meeting with bandits. And up till today, nobody have called them for questioning. Sanya idan mutum ya tashi ya yi defending kanshi za a zo lokacin ne aka san justice. Where is the justice system we are talking about here? Nnamdi Kanu, you see our problem? Is Nnamdi Kanu our problem? You people are not going after those who are killing people, who are coming out to do live videos, who are coming out to openly sympathize with terrorists and bandits. We have seen a lot of terrorist sympathizers openly for questioning. God is watching. God is watching. Everyone that is supporting injustice in this country, Father, in the name of Jesus, I decree they shall have a taste of it. Their family members will have a taste of it. Their children will have a taste of injustice. Their loved ones will have a taste of injustice. In the name of Jesus, release Nnamdi Kanu.
3 reasons why the justice served on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu feels like injustice to some of us. Number 1 reason, Nnamdi Kanu preached Biafra, instigated people to fight for Biafra and so on and so forth. But you have never seen an Nnamdi Kanu holding a weapon, carrying a gun, carrying a grenade. But these are pictures of actual terrorists who unalived Nigerian soldiers, unalived Nigerian policemen, eliminated women, children, civilians, men, holding meetings with government officials. Holding weapon alone in Nigeria is a crime in itself that can send you to jail. If I am holding an AK-47, I can go to jail for it. But these are people holding weapons and doing meetings with high-ranking government officials in the north. Number 2, if Nnamdi Kanu was from any other part of Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu would be a free man. How many of you remember the man called Sunday Igboho, who led the Yoruba Nation movement, who the DSS invaded his house, who escaped to Benin Republic, who weapons were found in his house, who chants and everything were found in his house? As we speak today, Sunday Igboho is a free man. Sunday Igboho is a free man, has no case to answer against the federal government. Similarly, terrorist sympathizers in the north, instigators in the north, are today free people. Sheikh Gumi is a free man. Sheikh Gumi has sat down with terrorists in the past, has advocated for terrorism in the past, has said that terrorists are our brothers and sisters and they must be allowed to survive and live and thrive. So, Nnamdi Kanu is only being sentenced to life imprisonment today in Nigeria, not because of his sin or in spite of his sin, but because he's from the southeast. Just yesterday, news came out that ISWAP terrorists, Mahmuda terrorists who were arrested, these are actual terrorists who have guns, who have operational plans, who have actually carried out killings. These are not agitating for an independent state of Biafra or asking for one thing or the other, who are actually fighting the Nigerian state, who are holding the Nigerian state hostage. One of them was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment today, according to this newspaper report. These are people who carried out actual terrorist attack on the UN building, attack on the police headquarters in Kano, attack on the church on Inowo, and many other attacks who masterminded them. 20 years imprisonment. But Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to life imprisonment. So how come we have 2 laws? One law sentences Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. One law sentences a terrorist caught with weapons to 20 years imprisonment. Keep in mind, Nnamdi Kanu has already spent over 10 years in detention. I say this fully aware of the problems that IPOB created. I was serving in Aba in 2015 where IPOB started, and I remember how soldiers will escort us to even go to the market to buy food to eat. So I understand what I am talking about. But I still feel that in the Nigerian context, this is not justice, this is a miscarriage of justice.
Key legal strategies to challenge and overturn the Omotosho's judgments. And Nnamdi Kanu will be ensuring that Omotosho is punished for the crimes he has committed against him, because Omotosho had no jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm going to read out the strategies Nnamdi Kanu will be using. Number 1, appeal to the Court of Appeal. Stay, in brackets, or motion to stay. Kanu has filed the motion asking the Court of Appeal to stop or stay the delivery of judgment at the trial courts. Grounds for appeal. In his application, he argues the trial courts lacked jurisdiction. The terrorism law under which he is charged was repealed, meaning some or all the counts have no legal basis. There was a failure to apply mandatory legal tests in brackets like under Section 303 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, which should govern such trials. There was a denial of his right to a fair hearing. 2. Motion to arrest judgments. Arrest of judgments is a procedural tool in Nigerian criminal law. Kanu's defense has filed the motion to arrest judgments before judgment is delivered. Why use it? According to his team, some of the very bases of the trial are defective. For example, the law used doesn't exist in brackets or has been repealed, which affects jurisdiction. Omotosho gave a judgment under a trial that was repealed by the appeal court in 2022, which makes and renders Omotosho's judgment on Nnamdi Kanu ineffective. Because Nnamdi Kanu had no right to stand judgment before Omotosho. Omotosho also did not have any jurisdiction to execute a judgment on Nnamdi Kanu. Because the Federal High Court in Kenya, when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, stated it categorically that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, that he has no case to answer, that his human rights was being abused, and his fundamental human rights was being looked and trampled upon, which makes Omotosho's judgment now invalid, because Omotosho had no rights to arraign Nnamdi Kanu and execute an illegal judgment on him. Well, let's round this up. They argue that delivering a judgment while that motion is unresolved would violate his right to fair hearing. If successful, this could potentially nullify all or part of the trial proceedings, in brackets, a nullity ab initio as legal parlance goes, or force the courts to fix those procedural issues before proceeding. Well, you have heard, you have listened, you have watched the videos in this very session. What's your thoughts about the recent developments? What's your thoughts about Nnamdi Kanu being transferred to Sokoto? What's your thoughts about Nnamdi Kanu's legal team preparing an appeal to the appeal courts? And from the video we just watched, the appeal will be getting in very soon. At this point, I'll let you guys tell what you feel about this in the comment section below. Do well to like this video, do well to share this video, and do well to hit the subscribe button below for more trending updates.